How's it going, Guardian? Shifty here, and I've already posted videos showing you how I'm going to be farming Grandmaster Nightfalls on my Warlock and Titan for the rest of the season. Well, I didn't think it was fair to leave Hunters out, so I'm going to be doing a commentary run of the Inverted Spire Grandmaster Nightfall on my Hunter. This is going to be the method that I use to consistently complete this Nightfall. It also occurred to me that I don't often say this, but the strategies that I employ in my solo runs can easily be applied to team runs as well. So if you're apprehensive about sticking around and checking out a solo video, I highly recommend you do, because you may find some strategies that could help you out in a team setting as well. Anyway, before I get into my loadout here, if you end up enjoying the video, remember to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, let's start with my subclass. I'm going with Bottom Tree Gunslinger, and I'm pairing that with the Celestial Nighthawk. And my weapons are going to be very similar to my Warlock and Titan runs, with one key difference. I have Witherhoard for unstoppable champions and to apply breach and clear. Then I have the Royal Chase Void Scout Rifle for barrier champions and for void shields. And for this run I swapped out my Royal Entry Void Rocket Launcher for the Sub-Zero Salvo Arc Rocket Launcher. The reason I did this is because I'm not using an Arc subclass in this video, so I wanted a way to break Arc shields. And lastly, for my armor mods, I'll quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Also, if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section down below. And that is it for my loadout in this one. Without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Alright, so right off the bat I'm going to head off to the left. If you've checked out my Warlock or Titan runs, this should be pretty familiar to you. I figured since I did a Warlock and Titan commentary run, I might as well go ahead and do one for Hunters as well. I also think that this is probably one of the easiest Grandmasters to solo, so if you want to start somewhere, I would recommend this one. So it made the most sense to put out a... So to me, it made the most sense to put out a video for each class. Unfortunately, there's going to be a few enemies that spawn here. That doesn't always happen. Looks like that Vandal just kind of walked right through that Witherhoard. And now I'm free to take out the enemies down below here. What I'm going to do first, break that Minotaur shield and go ahead and rocket it. There is still a captain down here, but I'm pretty much going to ignore it because I don't have to fight it to move on. So I'll scan that. Going to head over here and grab some ammo quick while trying to avoid the captain. And I'll make my way over the platforms. Then right on the other side of this, I'm going to take one of the Scions out in the distance right away. That will cause the second one to move over by the Colossus. You also don't want to get sniped by one of these, so you have to be careful here. If you see the red laser, just hide. Unfortunately, they're interweaving with each other, so I can't just take one out. My next goal is to take out all of these legionaries here. I'm gonna back away from that. Well, until the legionaries pop out, if there are any left, I'm gonna go for these Scions. See that laser there? That will one-shot me. Since I only have 2 arc resistance mods, I have no solar damage resistance or sniper resistance. I'm gonna go ahead and break that shield. See, my Wither Horde would have probably killed it, but I just wanted to get that fight over with. Now we're going to move on to the next section, so I'm going to pull my Sparrow out during this lift. Keeping it level will allow me to use it on the other side. Now I can just speed through this on my Sparrow instead of walking. I generally like to hop off it a little bit early because sometimes it does explode when it hits that barrier. I'm going to try to get Practice Makes Perfect going here to get my super back faster. Next up, I'm going to take this Phalanx out right here. And then the Centurion. I as well chuck my grenade over there and completely miss. Somehow it burned it though. The next enemy I want to go for, this barrier champion right down below me. I'll wait for my Wither Horde to cause it to barrier. And I'm going to go ahead and super this one as well. Just like that. Now that that barrier champion is down, I want to go for the two barrier champions in the back. I'm going to be starting with the leftmost one. So to do that, I'm going to be tossing my Wither Horde over there. That was a great shot. Wait for the barrier. And go ahead and use one rocket. And then I'm going to re-Wither Horde the spot. We'll wait for the barrier again. And this time I'll throw a grenade over there. And I'm going to wait for the barrier one more time. Since I only have 3 rockets left, I kind of want to conserve those. But I have plenty of Wither Horde, so I'll just throw that over there, and it should be enough to take it out here. Perfect. Now, once that one is gone, this one will move off to the left. And I'm going to repeat that process. This is a relatively safe spot to take the barrier hobgoblins out from. You just don't want to push too far forward, because then you will be within sniping range. Like the Cyan snipers, the sniping barrier hobgoblins will one-shot you if you don't have something like solar damage resistance or sniper damage resistance. Throw a grenade over there, I don't know if it'll reach it. Now that the barrier champions are gone, I'm going to go for this Unstoppable and that Minotaur. But first I'm going to hop over this gap. And I'll throw a Wither Horde over there. Hopefully that hits. Unfortunately it didn't. So now that the goblins are spawning, I'm going to place some Wither Horde right there. A bunch of them will walk through that spot. Then we'll have some more goblins spawning along with 2 Minotaurs. Those Minotaurs, I'm going to try to Wither Horde after breaking their shields. Back to the Unstoppable Champion and this Minotaur. And now we should just have a few goblins left, and they should push back towards their original spot over here. The Wither Horde should do nicely here. I only have a little bit of primary ammo left. It was enough to take him out though. Now the barrier to the next area did open, but I want a platinum rating to get the maximum rewards. So I'm going to go and take out the barrier champion and the Unstoppable champion that are down here. Wait for the barrier again. And I'm going to go ahead and super this one. Just like that. And I might as well head down here to see if there's any ammo for me. No heavy over there. So I'll have to be a bit conservative with my heavy ammo because I'm only going to get a couple rockets from this brick. Right here, there's going to be one lone barrier champion. Place my Wither Horde. Unfortunately, it's in a terrible position, as you can see. I am going to go ahead and use one rocket on this one, since we got off to a slow start taking it out. And it's going to fall off the map, giving me the kill. Next up, these Scions in the distance. I'm going to shoot this barrel just in case it does some damage to them. Did not this time. And you have to be careful because you are in sniping range of these. So if you stick back and just barely peek over the ledge like that, you should be fine. One Wither Horde shot should take out each gladiator if you get it attached to them. Might as well throw one on the ground just to make it a little faster. There we go. So I'm going to Wither Horde this top legionary. I'm going to shoot the middle legionary. This should push it off the map. And then I'm going to Wither Horde the bottom legionary. Then next up, the sniping barrier champion over here. If it stops moving, I'm going to try to place Wither Horde on it. That was way too far. Try that again. So what I'm going to do, break the barrier, rocket, Wither Horde, super. Barrier one more time and we should be able to take it out after that. Now that that champion is down, I don't have to worry about being one-shot sniped, so I'm going to head over here. We'll go for the Incendior to even the odds a little bit. Then I might as well go for this barrier champion. Next is the Unstoppable. And now I just need to grab some ammo over here. Unfortunately, I didn't get any heavy ammo drops, but I did get special. And then when I push forward, I'm going to hug the right-hand side. I don't have to fight any of these early on enemies. There are no champions here, so it won't affect the platinum rating. I am going to use this crater as cover as I take out these Scions. After the two Scions are down, I'm going to go for these Phalanx and Legionaries in the middle. I'm going to try to get the Legionaries back there as well. Alright, looks like I got most of those ones. Now I'm going to hop up here and try to get a couple in the middle here. And I'm going to head off to the right-hand side to take out a drill officer. Now I only have 3 rockets, so I have to make them count. I have to break an arc shield here. I'll place a wither horde there. There we go. 1 drill officer down. We do still have a legionary camping over here. Not anymore. But I do want to look for any that are coming from the center that I may have missed earlier. Now that I don't have any legionaries to worry about, I'm going to go for this barrier champion. I'll wait for the barrier from my wither horde. Use 1 rocket, but I have to be careful here. I do believe the Scion on the left-hand side up top over there did drop me some heavy ammo. And I see a little bit on the ground over here. Okay, that's the second drill officer down. Next thing I want to do is head over here and try to take these 2 centurions out. So what I'm going to do, destroy that barrel, destroy that barrel. Try to take out this centurion. Alright, one of them is down. Try to get this other one. Perfect. And before I move on, I want to head off to the right-hand side here. I'm going to use a couple of rockets to shoot across the way. So on that side there are usually 4 legionaries, an unstoppable champion, and a phalanx. I took out all 4 legionaries and the phalanx, so all that should be left is the unstoppable champion. I'm going to grab this heavy ammo. Then I'll be ready to move on. So I'm going to keep my wither horde stowed so my unstoppable round is ready when I get over there. What I'm going to do, jump in the lift. When I get near the top, pull out wither horde. And I was a bit short on that one, which is fine. I'm going to wait for the stun again since I have wither horde on it. Should last long enough to stun it again now. Next up, I'm going to push these exploding barrels off the edge. Sometimes you get some chip damage on the gladiators or barrier champion. Not this time, apparently. Then I'm going to peek behind these barricades for gladiators, like right there. If possible, I can throw with the horde back there. This will help eliminate the gladiators before I even have to go down. Look around for the second one. And oftentimes you'll lure out the barrier champion. Have to be careful not to fall off. Do a bit of shooting to see if I can get that barrier champion to come out. There it is. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to wither horde it and grenade it. Hop over here and be ready for the barrier. I'm going to rock it once and wither horde again. We'll wait for the second barrier. So all that should be left is 1 gladiator. Should be safe to hop down for now. And there it is. It'll jump right in front of me and I can wither horde it. One Witherhorde shot should be enough to take it out, so I'm just going to keep my distance. I am going to go ahead and destroy this barrel. Then the next thing I'm going to want to do is wait for my grenade. So first thing I'm going to interact with this. I'm going to shoot a rocket here, which will damage the enemies coming over. I'm going to throw another grenade there. Stun the unstoppable, rocket, and then I'm going to super. So as you can see here, all the legionaries are down, as well as that unstoppable champion. When all of those enemies are down, I'm free to sit on this and just wait to hit 100%. When I do, I'm going to hop over there and then jump into the lift from here. This is going to be a little bit challenging because I can't just glide into the lift like on a Warlock or Titan, so I'm going to have to triple jump over there and hopefully land so I get my jump back, so I'll have it on the other side. This is probably the riskiest part. One thing I can do actually is probably Witherhorde right before the lift. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to throw a Witherhorde there like I said. I'm going to hop over here. I'll do one jump here, and I'll do the third jump on the other side. Like that. That'll save me from fall damage. And now I'm going to go for these enemies over here. We'll let Witherhorde do most of the work at this part. That was unintentional. And next up, there's going to be 3 sniping scions up here, so I'm going to weaken all of them. And I'm going to shoot that barrel. I should say box, actually. Got some ammo here. And now I'm going to hop down here. And go ahead and break the shields as well. The unstoppable champion seems to be making its way over here. There's one phalanx over there. Now here I'm going to try to keep practice makes perfect going whenever I can. That way I'll get some super energy back. Unfortunately, this enemy likes to move around quite a bit, so it's kind of hard. There we go. That worked out fine. I got over half my super back. I'm going to remember that brick is there for a little bit later. So I'm going to Witherhorde right over there. I'm going to blow this barrel up right away to try to deal with this phalanx. I'm going to try to clear out the regular enemies here first. Destroy that barrel up top. That should take out that phalanx. Likewise with that barrel. And that barrel. Now we got some war beasts and a couple more barrier champions to deal with. Unfortunately, I didn't want to get it on the war beast, but it's the worst when the champions interchange like that. Go ahead and use one rocket here just to speed things up a little bit. No heavy ammo there, so I'm going to head back and grab the heavy ammo over here from earlier. I'm going to need as much as I can get for the boss fight. This should max me out. Gotta be careful on my sparrow. There's gonna be a couple war beasts down low, so what I'm gonna do is place a wither horde there. Maybe all the war beasts were actually gone. That's not always the case, and sometimes war beasts will come up behind you and chase you. So I like to place a wither horde there anyway. So for the start of the boss fight, I'm going to have to use a rocket to take out the shields on these harpies. So we'll go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, I only hit one of the harpies. And I didn't even hit one there, so I'm just going to have to chip away at them, I guess. I'm kind of failing here. If I didn't waste my rockets, this would have went much smoother. Alright, that one is down. And I do see a rocket there, so I'm going to go ahead and rocket this one. So the boss should be spawning. What I'm going to do is wither horde that spot. Wither horde the boss. And go ahead and super. That was a close one. I'm surprised I didn't die there. Usually you can make that go smoother. Like, I didn't actually get that wither horde shot on it, and I probably could have used 2 rockets if I wanted to. And place wither horde below the boss there. On the boss. I keep saying on the boss, but I can't seem to get it on the boss itself. And I'm going to save the rest of my rockets for the next phase. Luckily I made the boss move on just as more enemies were spawning. So I do see an orb out there. I'm going to go try and grab that. I see 2 orbs. I'm going to go grab both. I'm going to try to dodge the boss by putting cover between me and the boss. And I'm going to make my way back over to this spot. I'm going to put a couple of shots into the head to try to get practice makes perfect for a little bit. Because I am going to wait for my super here. I only have 3 rocket shots, so this is going to get interesting. With Golden Gun, I feel like you need the most extra rockets to try to do damage before you use your super. Wanted to get practice makes perfect going a little bit. Speed up my super again. And I almost have my super. Alright, when that's ready, I'm going to Wither Horde the boss. Hopefully that hit. I'm going to rocket the boss. I'm going to rocket the boss again. I'm going to re-Wither Horde the boss. I'm going to head over here. I'm going to hide a little bit. Try to Wither Horde the boss again. And I'm going to go for my super here. And there we go. That is going to be my method for farming the Grandmaster Inverted Spire solo on a Hunter. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.